Alright guys, so I think we got 2 more tutorials to go. This tutorial is going to cover the cab details. We're going to circle back and do the door panels, install the windshield, the back glass. We'll cover the side glass if you want to do that. I'm probably just going to do the vent windows, the seats, and installing the radiator, fan shroud, and your top cap. So I got some parts here because I've already actually done that on this, and I'm not going to take a heck apart just to show you, because it's really, I mean, the part's pretty straightforward. But as you can see, this is the first version I did, just to show you the difference where I shaved that down on this one versus this one, and I also rounded that corner right here, so you can see that difference. What else? That's really it as far as the differences between these two. And this one does have the prototype parts on it, but it's still the same basic outcome. This is gonna, like I said, this will be going on my SCX 10.3 drivetrain, but I'm gonna standardize the way this is built on the RC4WD drive chassis, and then all their drivetrains, we're just gonna adapt them to the RC4WD drive platform, and it actually makes better sense than to reinvent all the systems and mount this to the frame. It'd be a lot easier to just adapt the different drivetrains, and like if you want to link it, then we'll link the RC4WD drive chassis. So I'm gonna get this guy out of the way. I think I am going to shave the grill, and I might actually end up repainting that one, because that really makes a huge difference. Oh, something else I did too. If you notice the headlights, there's actually lenses in there. I cut them with a Lexan, and I have these hole punches that you hit with a hammer, and they cut out a hole, and then when you punch this out, it actually stays inside, and it's kind of domed. And then I took a pencil torch, or a small torch like that, and just kind of heated it up to get it hot, so that it could like hold that form. And then once I popped it out of the punch, then I took just a socket, and then put that on the end of a screwdriver adapter, and just kind of pressed it in. So it's not even glued in or nothing. Nothing ain't coming out unless you poke it through from the back side. So them are, yeah. So that's let's get this back down so you can see the difference. So yeah, I give you a call. Shut up, Sage. So that's RC4WD drive, and then my clear ones. Now I got the what do they call it? A warm white LED. I couldn't figure out where everybody was getting them, and I finally ran across them, but they come in 12 volt, and I haven't seen them in 5 volt, and that's probably why I couldn't find them before. But yeah, this is gonna look nice with those amber, or the warm white ones in there, so that'll look pretty real. So we got the radiator in here. Looks like we traded some paint. Wasn't fully cured when I put that in there, but yeah, as you can see, I mean, this is literally rubbing on here, and you know, you do have to remove the the plastic that's over the top of the magnet. Basically, we got to cut that out and then file this to get it to fit. So it is a real tight fit. Okay, so we got that. Now the radiator installed. So I got the top plate, which is this guy here, and that basically got 4 screw holes that screw into the top of the support. Well, that pinches the radiator in place. Now if you look inside of there, let's see if I got a flashlight. So you can see the radiator through the grill. So in the kit, I'm going to send you a piece of that so you can put it in there. You basically just cut it to fit into the support, and then you put your radiator in there, right? Like so, and then you'll have that, you know, kind of an illusion that there's a radiator there. That's better than that painted. You know, when you're standing back, you know, you're gonna be standing up, looking down at it, so it's not gonna be it'll look real. So, and then so you can see the radiator. Right. So on the bottom of this, there's 2 holes that match the radiator. Right. Now you could screw that in like I did, or you could actually pin it, and then that way you can pop it out without having to remove the screws. And then you're gonna need to glue your fan shroud on. I did it in 2 pieces simply because it's easier to paint that way. So you can do this in different colors, and then do this in like a flat black. And then once they're painted, you super glue, CS glue the shroud on, and it should snap, kind of snap in there. Yeah, kind of like that. And then when you have it installed, okay, so this is the engine side. So it'll fit like that, and then your top cap goes on, fits over the top, and then you screw it down like that. So, alright, so I'm going to set this stuff aside. Alright, so we covered that. So next thing we're probably going to do here is the glass. Now, I've already cut the back glass out. Now you're going to want to do the glass before you do the seats, because if you have the seats in, then they're going to be in the way of getting your glass in. And then actually the seats are the last thing that we're going to do, because we're going to want to put your door panels on. So you're going to want to have these on, and then when you glue your seats in, you want to have the doors closed to make sure that there's no interference. Hey, you're going to glue the seat in too far or something. Yeah. Oh, I don't have the panel on. Oops. Alright. So yeah, you're off. See that, right? Yeah, if that were in the solid, right? Yeah, but now the door don't close. You'd be like, damn it. Alright, so seats will be last, and yeah, I'm gonna steal the seats out of this other cab for this build. That one's gonna be on hold until I get a new frame set. Frame set I had is a short wheelbase, so it's not gonna work. So first things first, we'll start with the back panel. There's this cross piece. If you look at a real one-to-one, there's like a cross piece that goes underneath the window. So that's what's going to hold the glass on, and then we're just going to tack glue that into place. You don't want to use a lot of glue in case you want to snap that out of there at some point to replace that or whatever. If you want to like redo the truck at a later time, you want to be able to get that out. Same with the doors. Don't get too crazy gluing them in. Just enough to hold them on is all you need. So basically, this ended up being 2 inches, right? And then basically, once you have it cut, kind of trace around the window. I mean, it's clear, right? And then if you've done that top piece correctly, then there should be a gap in between the two. And yeah, we had a piece of Lexan that we used to establish that. So I'm gonna get something to lay down so I'm not scratching the crap out of this. Maybe you guys can see through the window. It's kind of hard to see because my gimbal's in my way. Yeah, I guess you guys can kind of see. Alright, so... Oh. You know what? Alright, so... I'm just going to kind of test fit this. Oh, let me show you that real quick. Alright, so there's also a cutout on this that the glass Lexan fits into, and then you want to kind of have that even with the bottom here, right? So if you've done everything right, it should be pretty even. Alright, so before I do this though, this has got that protective film on it, and that's kind of the beauty of how this fits in there. We don't have to worry about gluing this part. Unfortunately, the windshield though is a different story, and I actually forgot how I did the other one, so I'm going to be kind of relearning that on this one. Get those back in there. Alright, so I'm gonna find my piece here. Now it's kind of caught up in there. Make sure it's straight. So alright, so you see what I'm getting at. Alright, so without getting glue over in places I don't want it to be, hopefully. And just go right through the windshield here. And I'm just going to do 3 little dabs. 1 in the center, 2 on the outside. Alright, so I'm going to apply some pressure to that and let that set up, and then we'll come back. Alright, so I pulled the clamps off, and it looks like it's holding. So not the best lighting. Alright, so now I need to do the windshield. So I'm going to set this way off to the side because I'm going to have a heat gun out here. Alright. Okay, so if you have the body, then you probably have a windshield, right? So I have modified this and basically cut off the holding tabs on top, and then the screw mounting tabs here, and kind of drawn that flat. And you want to make sure that this is smooth. And then I cut a piece of steel. Now this could be made out of anything. This could be made out of like one of them plastic cutting boards, or a piece of thin plywood. And then you'll need some Lexan. Alright, so dimensions of that is 9 by 4.5 is what I got. And basically I matched the Lexan to that, but actually I think it in this direction, this way, this could probably be a little bit over. I just attempted to make one, and it didn't really go all that well. This is actually this is going to be about my 6th attempt. This is actually the best one I've done so far, and it was using this method I'm going to show you. But when I trimmed it, I trimmed too much, so I'm going to redo it. And this one's kind of, it's a little wavy because I am going to be doing FPV, and it's really important that the glass is really clear. It's either that or else you don't put glass in it at all. So, but I want to show you that if I can find it. Huh? Nice. Well, and what? Oh, here it is. Alright, so this is the one I just did. I applied too much heat. It kind of bubbled up here, discolored here. So you don't want to put too much heat. Maybe run your gun on low. I usually have a high and low setting, so you may want to run it in low. And then what I did is I got a bunch of I bought these things on Amazon. They're like just wooden hobby sticks. So I cut these all different lengths. I got two for doing the top, and then the bottom here, and then these here for the sides, and then just a couple small ones to fill in between. Because you're going to want to kind of do this in little steps. So basically, what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to get this centered on here the best you can, and then you want to have a bunch of these things around. Other clamps, if you have vice grips, clamps like this, those little C clamps. Actually, that might actually come in handy if I can find them. So yeah, behind me I got a bunch of vice grips. So what I'm going to do to start out is kind of get that centered, get this centered on here, and just get the get my corners. I want to try to get this position as center as I can get it. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try not to get a lot of heat on the face. I'm just worried. I'm just going to try to focus on getting the outside parameter. And alright, so you'll see this kind of sink once it starts. Alright, so now I'm going to try to get my pot to start forming. I'm probably 6 to 8 inches away. Alright, so that's done, so I'm going to set this aside so I can pretty much recreate this anytime. So now I'm going to cut it out. And basically I'm just going to cut out the same shape as the original. All right. All right, so clean this mess up. And I think I was successful. That's probably the best one I've done so far. Get a little bit better every time. So yeah, you're probably gonna need to make a couple before you get one right. It is a little bit of a learning process. Yeah, just try to keep the heat off the main part of the glass. It'll kind of form as you go. Now I gotta get the film off the front side. See how it looks. Wow, that's pretty good. See? Alright, now let's see if it fits. Looks like it'll go. I'm having a little hard time in these corners here. So I'm gonna trim a little bit off, just so I can. I'm not overdoing it. So let's kind of lob them corners off there. It's actually pretty good. I almost don't even have to glue it in. No, I'm not gonna glue it. It's in there. Alright, so now that brings us to the doors. Alright, so before you glue these doors in, if you plan on doing glass, you're going to want to make sure that you have room for it, because there is about a 40 thousandths gap by design for it. So I'm going to get a small piece, which I should have in here. And then what you're looking for is if it I'm not too worried about the front, as long as I can get this lay flat against the door. I'm good there on that one. I'll put the other one. I'm just going to do the vent windows, and I'm going to do that later. I got more than enough room on this side, so I'm just going to glue those in. So I'm just going to do, I guess, 5 points. Right, so I went here, 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 here. And now I'm going to carefully, very carefully, put a clamp on there. There's that one. Make sure I have my clamp handy and ready to go this time. So oh, nice. Printer's being naughty. I don't take much pressure. As long as you sand them flat, it should be good to go. So I don't know if you can see inside there. So the next part will be, I think I'm gonna do the dash. Alright. Real tip, with these things, you can smash them down and mushroom them back out. If they get dull and start slipping. that off. Alright, so take a look inside there now. So it brings the dash is relocated. It's actually up an eighth of an inch from the stock location. There you go. Those door cards look awesome. Alright, so now it's time for the seats. Alright, so I'm going to cheat here. Alright, so basically what I did is I created these bases. Right? And I basically just paint these gloss black. So they're sort of like the carriage that moves back and forth. And then there's also the chassis for the seat. That I don't have printed, so I can't really show you. But let's see here. Yeah, you can kind of see that in there. Alright, so if you look at the seat, there's kind of this arch. Now that's designed to fit in there so that you can adjust the I think that's yaw or the pitch of the seat. Yeah, this is the pitch of the seat, and then you could adjust the forward and back, so you can adjust it this way. But so you're gonna glue the seat on, plus glue it to the base, and then it's actually arched in here to make room for the screws. So yeah, you'll have adjustments. So you're gonna want to do that in the truck. So the first thing you'll want to do is screw these into the floor. So you got these two holes. And then also just note the center holes are for a center console. But yeah, you got your two screws here for installing these bases. And then once you have them screwed in place, then you can mount the seats. And then when you cut it out on the inside here, you're going to be left with this void, basically. And you can either glue that up like that or just let it hang. I was planning on doing the console, so that would cover that anyway. So this is my my passenger side seat. Alright. So, yeah, this side actually might be a little better. Just like a real truck. So, that is it. That is really cool how that glass turned out. Not quite. It fits real nice over here. For some reason it's not quite fitting up here in this corner, but I might be able to do some adjustments with that. You can, ooh, sorry guys, get this out of the way. Oop, there we go. If it'll focus. See all the glasses over there? So it looks pretty decent. And the front grille is corrected. Yeah, can't wait to get this thing done. Actually, it's looking awesome. All right, guys. So thanks for bearing with me on this one. This one kind of kicked my butt. Yeah, the next video we'll go over the chassis and get this thing installed on its wheels. Alright, so until next time.